Congress pass, between this letter being issued to Mr. Bosco and the production and distribution of 10 to 40 million of these braces and the implementation of your rule, did Congress pass a law? What changed?
Congress did not pass a law, but something did change. What changed is that that item that was submitted was not produced and was not the item that was marketed. And Mr. Bosco, I think, before this committee said that people were using stabilizing braces in ways that he hadn't anticipated.
Okay, let me challenge that assertion. So you say that the brace changed, and so you had to implement this rule. Well, I've got here the actual original brace that this letter was responsive to. Are you telling me that this brace is exempt from your rule?
What I'm saying is that if people have products that are not
designed... Is this brace exempt from your rule?
I can't sit here and classify.
This is the brace you wrote the letter to.
Classification, and if it's not ruled to be attached as a short-barreled rifle, it will not be subject to the rule.
Would you please quit telling this committee that the brace has changed and that's why you did the rule, when in fact you're not exempting the same brace that you gave this letter to?
If the brace is submitted, we'll classify it.
Would you submit, do you still have the same agreement that this brace that the ATF agreed to in 2012 should not be under the jurisdiction of your rule?
If that brace is submitted with a firearm, we will examine and classify it. If it doesn't qualify...
Okay, reclaiming my time, because it's pretty obvious you're misleading people here when you say that the brace has changed, because your rule affects the braces that didn't change.
If you have a lethal eye muzzle device, apparently the ATF has an issue with you owning it. Welcome to another installment of Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC. P.A.N. Firearms, your NRA certification and multifaceted gun training. You can reach us at 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below. And you like channel, like content, what I do here, you can support me with the link. Everything is appreciated. Connecticut residents, plan on getting your permit. Please get the training and paperwork turned in before July 1st. Get that out of the way. The training modification has been released, but there seems to be some gray areas in it, and there seems to be some real shenanigans going on. So get that done, because it's not 100% set. If you have your permit, watch the expiration date. Don't let it expire. There's a link to the online renewal portal for permits in the description box. Keep an eye on that. Let's talk about this. Now, this, you could say this is more of a PSA, but it also opens up another issue that has been prevalent with the alphabet agencies and making rules that somehow circumvent law. But apparently there's a company called Lethal Eye, and they make muzzle devices. And they're saying that if you own the M074, M079, and M099 muzzle brakes, that ATF now considers them to be silencers and you must relinquish them. And the ATF actually sent out letters, I'm not sure how they got a hold of the list of people to send these letters to, but they put out letters to the people stating that I'm just going to paraphrase this because I don't need to read all of it, but the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms Explosives is responsible for enforcing federal firearms laws and making them up as they go sometimes. Apparently, ATF received information that you have acquired one or more firearms silencer devices marketed as muzzle brakes, specifically models M074, M079, and M099 from KBC Capital LLC, doing business as Lethal Eye. These items have been classified as firearm silencers that were unlawfully manufactured and or unlawfully imported into the United States. Furthermore, firearm silencers cannot be transferred without prior approval from the ATF. We should know this Form 1 bullshit. Due to their illegal manufacture and or importation, the possession and or subsequent registration of these devices is in the National Firearms Registration and Transfer Record is also a violation of law. So basically people who, once again, I'm not sure how they figured out who had what, but they're receiving these letters and telling you, you must get rid of this item. Get rid of it or else. Now I'm going to bring you to this thing here. Okay. ATF apparently seizing lethal eye muzzle devices, what you need to know. Recently, the ATF has issued warning notices concerning 3 specific muzzle devices. I've already gone through that twice now. I don't need to read it again. But the Lethal Eye and these 3 devices are now classified as silencers by the ATF. A letter that one of my clients received is pictures below. More or less, it seems the ATF has determined that the Lethal Eye, once again, the same 3 items, devices qualify as silencers rather than muzzle brakes. Recipients of the ATF letter are being given 30 days to coordinate with the abandonment of these devices. The letter emphasizes that failing to comply could result in severe legal consequences, including potential jail time and hefty fines. The classification of these devices as silencers is based on the definition provided by the Gun Control Act, which concludes any combination of parts intended for the assembly of a silencer. This legal interpretation draws on precedents such as 6 Hour case that we previously covered here, and then there's a link if you want to go read that. In 6 Hours, MPX fitted with the baffle monocore muzzle brakes were classified as silencer parts due to their design and potential to be converted into silencers. A peculiar aspect of the situation is the lack of available images or detailed information about these specific Lethal Eye devices online. Apparently somebody has an image there on this. The webpage has been shut down and they have no recent posts on their X or Facebook accounts. Some clients even reported not remembering purchasing these items, suggesting that the ATF may have obtained customer lists from the manufacturer and sent notices to everyone who ever made a purchase. And then this is the image of the item. Okay. And these appear to simply be baffle cores from a suppressor, and thus this seems to be like the same issue from 6 Hour, meaning that these will almost certainly be deemed silencers under the GCA definition if this matter proceeds to court. And then, of course, if you receive the letter, please don't get caught with your ass out in the breeze. Let's come out of that. But this also, once again, it paints another picture of the ATF just making rules on the fly, that a bureaucratic process where Congress has no say. And that's really the biggest problem I have with it. Looking at the device, it does look like the guts of a silencer. Now, can it be modified into a silencer? I don't know. It's not something I would get myself into. But once again, the ATF can make rules as they see fit. So if you have one of these 3 devices, I say play it safe and just get rid of it, because if you got the letter, they definitely know you have one. But once again, cover your own butt, because as I said, the government has endless resources to come after you while you're limited to your own personal finances. So if you have one, do the due diligence and remove it from your presence. But once again, I have a problem with the ATF just arbitrarily deciding something is something because they feel so. And we've seen that over and over again, especially last year going into this year. But let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, any statements of violence or statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time a video goes live. I'm going to see you on the next one. Peace.